Hello everyone, welcome to Rip a Funnel Tuesday, where I'll be analyzing a marketing funnel end-to-end, starting from the ad copy and the variations of that ad. What was the offer that I was presented? Also, any UTM tagging and attribution. Once I've clicked through that ad, what were the different landing page touch points that I had to visit? Sometimes it's one page, other times it's multiple. Finally, once I've claimed the offer by filling out a form, checking out, doing the checkout process, or even starting a chat, what were the communications that I received from that company, from emails, SMS, calls, and so on? Today, I'll be discussing Twillory, which is an e-commerce brand for men's polo t-shirts and t-shirts. A great example because they've deployed pretty much most of the email sequences and the e-commerce the tricks that they could get their hands on. Let me take one step back. I found that company on Facebook. So I was browsing Facebook and I saw the ad. You can see it right here. It's super simple. There's not much to it, and the copy is very minimal. There's nothing really in the copy. They wanted the image to tell the story, and the image here is the product without the full face of the person. A nice posture, well kind of ironed out, and no logos. That's literally their brand. They did a great job showcasing it in a picture. I also want you to look at their attribution. They deployed something called Variant, which seems to be product specific, and they're using, I believe, Klaviyo for that. UTM source is Facebook. The medium is the CPC. The campaign name, which means something to them, obviously. And finally, a Facebook appended ID. So I think they did a great job on the attribution. And if you don't know what UTMs are, highly encourage you to look into them. They're a simple way to tag your URLs so you know where the traffic's coming from. Now, let me also show you the retargeting ad that I got. A few days later, I saw the same product, just a different angle, right? They didn't really invest much in different images and they kept it simple. Now I could argue the copy should have been longer, better, they should have said something, but their choice was say less to explain more. All right, the second ad, they actually just used a different variant. So they have a couple of rotations going on and everything else stayed the same. So thumbs up on the ad. Great job on the ad rotation. And the offer here is very simple. Buy a non-branded polo t-shirt. Very good. Let's look at the landing page that I visited. All right. This is one of the pages from the first ad. And I want to show you how they deployed pop-ups in this example. This is the first one that says unlock $15 of your $89 plus amount. Just give us your email. And that's a great strategy. A lot of companies have been doing it. They're offering 10% for first-time buyers, a full amount of, let's say, $15 for first-time buyers. So I highly encourage you deploy this in your e-commerce store. Now, here's a second one. It says give 25 and get 25. Here they are using the referral model to try to get me to refer others. If you want to deploy this as a pop-up, that's great. The only problem here is I have an overlap between the refer a friend and the one behind it. So just be careful on how you time your pop-ups. Other than that, I think the idea of using messages, site messages, pop-ups is does really well with e-commerce brands. All right, so this is the page. Everything else is the traditional e-commerce experience. So if I come back to my checkout process, which I started, but it did not finish. Okay. Here I see my checkout information. You can see the opt-in for keeping me updated with news and offers. And one thing that I really wanted to highlight is how they deployed the phone field. They actually added a check mark that said, send me special offers through text. Okay. And it's really important for you to understand the SMS consent in your country and getting them to actually approve that you will send them SMS messages is important. Okay. You want to protect yourself at all times. This is what I got from them. says reply yes to subscribe and stop to unsubscribe, and that's it. I had to actually do double opt-in this case. All right, and they're using PostScript for that. I'm not sure about PostScripts, but you can look them up for SMS services. All right, let's look at the email communications, because this is where I thought they did something interesting. All right, this is the e-commerce sequence that I got in a week time. So they have like 7 emails overall. Okay, the first one was on the same day, and you can see everything's being sent from Eli except for one that's being sent from your closet, which is funny. All right, so here it says, looks like someone forgot their performance polo today, so that's an abandoned cart. I don't know what they were trying to say in the subject line, pretty short. And you can see their pre-headers are not set, which is something I recommend you do. Seagulls steal your phone, which is a question. I guess I'll show you a little bit inside. Put these inside. These are cross-sell. This is a cross-selling email. Another cross-selling email. Back to the abandoned cart, and one more abandoned cart. So they did push a lot on the abandoned cart sequence. They did the same day, day after, so 3 days in a row. And then the week after, they continued the process. All right, let's dive into the email content here. This is the first message, as you can see, sent from Klaviyo, and the email signatures seem to be properly set up. Okay, I have nothing to add to that. And if you don't know what DKIM and SPF DMARC verification is, I do recommend you check them out. We have a lot of resources on it. They did not do DMARC setup, as you see here. All right, let's look at the content. Now here, there's no logo for branding. There is, however, a product snippet that is just trying to get me back to complete my order. And if I click it, I'm just going to be redirected to my cart. Now their copy, I don't know if you can read through this, seem to be almost like borderline funny. They're trying to be a little bit sarcastic, a little bit funny, and that's just the projection of the brand. Not much to it. Everything else on the footer is by the playbook, the address, option to unsubscribe, update preferences. So all that is well done. Okay. The second email, which says it just asks, do you still want this? Another abandoned cart. This is where it gets really funny. It says, now I'm upset with you. I'm not upset with you. Maybe there's a good reason. You dropped your phone in the toilet or whatever. So they're continuing that funny streak. This one is saying your closet is speaking to you. Again, a funny subject line, but it is the same abandoned cart. So there's actually more to it. All right, this is the cross-selling where they're doing the bundle, and you can actually buy a couple of t-shirts to save money. So well done there. And another abandoned cart, in case you missed my email, is just becoming redundant at that point, right? It's very pushy, a lot of different abandoned carts. I would say to stick to about 3 of them. In the email about the closet or the bundle, they did a good job in including the last product to kind of entice me to buy. And this is it. Overall, I think they did a great job. I would give this funnel about 8, just because they deployed a lot of the main e-commerce marketing strategies, from ad rotation to pop-up testing and offer, asking me to refer a friend, and abandoned cart emails. The only reason they've lost a couple of points is that because they were too pushy on the abandoned cart and the consistency of the content inside the email. This is it. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, or comment, and I'll see you on the next episode.